Hello everybody, this is Alex from Hardcoring Guys, bringing my guide for The Darkness 2 on Dawn difficulty. Today we're doing Mission 12. Well, basically the truly playable mission. There's more than 12 missions, of course, but this is my last, level thing. Level 12. It's Heart of Darkness. So, starting off, you have no guns, you just use your tentacles, and, just beat them as you see fit. That's relatively straightforward stuff. This is a pretty damn straightforward level. I have nothing really to add. I mean, you get less cover. Buy whatever upgrades you can now while you get the chance. I guess the only tips I can give is for those that don't know how to fight the boss itself. So we'll deal with that when we get there. I don't remember what I bought. Increased stun duration, maybe? But yeah, now we get some cool alien guns too, which is pretty cool. Or cool looking demon gun things. And now we get to fight these guys. And yeah, unfortunately these guns do have ammo, but that's okay. For the most part, it's not too bad. The Darklings, they're just like that one boss fight where the guy had the darkness himself. And they just die in one hit. Make sure they don't try to hit you because they explode. If things get out of hand, use your swarm ability and then just stop them. It's pretty damn nifty. And for the most part, the beginning part of this, these guys are mostly just relatively easy enough fodder to take out. It's not until you have to deal with the actual darkness itself when things get kind of hard. So most enemies, these ones going from wave to wave is not bad, but then actually having to fight them in a wave, in an actual circular arena, is where I would say they probably get more difficult when they start infinitely spawning. So for the most part right now, take it easy. Just smack them around, impale them, that kind of thing. Just do what you've been doing pretty much the entire game. If you've made it this far without the game, you're probably good enough to beat the game. I mean, I would at least hope so. Because this part of the game is not that difficult, I would say. This is actually one of the more easier sections. Even though I did die 3 times, I would still argue that this is definitely one of the more easier missions. Especially compared to later levels, and compared to specific boss fights too, especially the one in the cemetery. That one was just damn demanding just to fucking play. So yeah, try out your fun guns, just have a good time just blasting guys. Just don't stop shooting, don't stop whipping them. Maybe try to conserve some ammo, but don't be too scarce about it. Don't be too crazy. You get plenty. You get just enough to where you could just, whip every once in a while, and then, shoot gun every once in a while, that type of thing. So for this section here, whenever it comes to these types of fights, I just like to start off the fight with using a swarm, so that way I can just get a few good hits. You'll see me do it in the second part where when the enemies get way harder. Once we do this part again, later on, you'll see me utilize the swarm a little better than what I did. So what I would recommend doing is using the swarm and just let the swarm do its job. Don't worry about killing these guys, and just let the swarm do its thing and just keep them stunned. And then use that time to take your advantage and just break a part of the the darkness, the Ginny thing here. So just do that, and what have you. That's what I would recommend. I guess they might not infinitely spawn. I don't know. I'm not really sure about that. They don't look like they kind of are. So yeah, there's that. That first part is relatively simple, straightforward, easy. It's this next section that's just gonna start, really trying to kick your ass, and it's gonna show that even though this might not be the hardest level, it's definitely still intimidating, because now you have to deal with even more Darklings coming your way, so make sure you deal with them as you see fit. Just try to make them priority, because once they start exploding on you, they're going to do a lot of damage, and it's not going to be fun to have. So shoot them from a distance, keep them off your ass, that type of thing. Go for headshots if you can. Go for whipping your enemies, of course. If if they get too close, just whip the shit out of them. Make sure they fuck off. And this was kind of a little preemptive to just jump into the gun channeling thing, but it kind of worked. It was preemptive because the shield guy shows up right after I basically get done using the damn thing. So that was my fault. That's what happens when you don't think about the things that could come your way. even when I used it, I do remember. I faintly remember when I used that thing at that moment in time. I realized at that second, I said, "Oh fuck, that was stupid," because now I'm gonna have no gun channel, and then there might be an enemy that I might need to use it on. So, which I find out that we did. I didn't know they were gonna have shield enemies. I forgot. It's been a while. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend using the swarm like on the Darkling stuff. Just don't bother with that shit. You can if you want. I mean, if you get checkpoints, and okay, but yeah. I'm just saying, like, I just don't really care enough to. But yeah, the guns are relatively cool. I would admit, I think they're kind of fun. Also, I do think the Darklings do eventually. I don't think they infinitely spawn. I'm pretty sure they just fuck off. So don't worry too much. All right, there we go. Now we have the last section, and we're almost done with this game. We have like a minute or so left. Just go for a swarm and just start breaking shit. Don't worry about these guys. Just go for the swarm. Don't try to kill them just yet. Not until like around the time the swarm starts to wear off and you feel threatened. That's when I would recommend going for it. Especially go for it. If you're going to go whip the enemies, try to whip them in the air so that way you can try to keep them up there and keep them on their ass. Especially if you have that upgrade. And if they get kind of rough, they start roughhousing a little too much, start blasting them. Hide between, you know, one side of the arena to the other. Try to shoot them from one side to the other. That way you can have at least some distance. And not only that, you can have some nice range against them. So get some range against the machine, you know what I'm saying? And if you get the chance, go for those executions. Those are really helpful, and they're there for you if you need them. Yeah, figuring out when to grab the shield is also kind of annoying and hard too, because sometimes I just don't know when. But yeah, having that swarm and just not messing with them is a good thing to have, because then you can just do that. You can just break everything in like one go and just not worry. So that's it. That's literally the fucking game. So congratulations, you beat the Darkness 2 on Dawn difficulty. Did you have a good time? Did you have a hard time? Probably not. You probably had an okay time, I would say. I would think. I certainly did. Now, I don't know exactly what I could give a difficulty rating for this game for. I'm going to probably jump the gun and just say maybe it's like a fucking 3 out of 10 at this point, because the only things I could see being hard are just the most randomest of like arena fights. Other than that, its difficulty only shows up every once in a while, and it's usually just with those particular spikes in difficulty, and never really necessarily like, you know, like all the time. Sorry, I'm getting kind of distracted again. I don't know what the hell's going on with the world. I don't know. You know, Twitter stuff. All right, so let's see. What can I say? It's still a fun game. I just don't think, as a difficulty, I don't think it's that hard. I mean, I would probably argue BioShock Survivor Mode might be a... Well, Survivor Mode itself, fuck no, that's easy. The Survivor No Vita Chamber, though, I don't know, like, that's my thing, though. That's, when it comes to me, I honestly think that BioShock's just easier. So yeah, I'd probably say like it's a good 2, maybe a 3 out of 10 for difficulty, because the only time it's ever difficult is like in very specific arenas, and that's it. It's never truly like always ball-bustingly hard, but when it tries to kick your ass, it definitely tries to kick your ass. But to sort of make that less painful, you know, you have the gun channel and you have the swarm. You have all these crazy abilities that just kind of make things easier. If I was doing no upgrade run, yeah, I could see that being hard. So that's one way to make the game harder, would just be no upgrade run at that point. But yeah, in terms of what the hell I have planned to do, let's see. I would like to do this. Okay, let me say this before anybody starts getting their fucking panties in a bunch. I would like to try to do Ninja Gaiden 3. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it. It just means that I would like to try to do it. If I don't do it, then I don't. Well, then I just won't do it, right? If it's not there, then it's not there. I don't know what to tell you. So, you know, I don't want to hear any shit about like, oh, you said you were going to do it. I'm saying right here, right now, in clear day, that it's a big, giant, fat maybe. Do you know what a maybe means? It means neither yes or no. And yes, I've had this happen before where I just get bothered by, Ninja Gaiden stuff. So I'm just saying, keep that in mind. It's a possibility. The reason why I say maybe not is because of its weird fucking jank shit. That's why I don't like Ninja Gaiden 3. In terms of other stuff, I don't know. I mean, I thought about just doing Pikmin 3 No Death Run myself. Because, like I said, Friendo lost the files. He didn't back them up or anything, so... But, he didn't even commentate them either, as far as I'm aware, or even edit them, so... That whole thing is just gone, and, I don't know. I kind of thought maybe I could just take it upon myself to do it, Try it out, and just finish off Pikmin myself. Just an idea. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next. I have other stuff I'd rather do besides hardcoring all the time, so... Yeah, I mean, those are like the only two I can think of that is a maybe. I mean, I've pretty much done practically everything that's BioShock related. I don't know what else I would rather do at this time. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of like any possible like beat 'em up / hack and slash games, because I would like to probably just do something like that. Maybe Resident Evil 5 professional mode. Maybe that's a huge maybe. Maybe even a co-op. I doubt it. I would like to maybe Fear 1. I could always try Fear 1 God mode, see how I hold up against that. I mean, I held up pretty well with Darkness 2. I mean, what the fuck am I talking about? It's Fear 1. I'm gonna get my ass destroyed. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. For those that are expecting a guide, I'd say just expect nothing. Just don't expect anything particular. I would like to do Ninja Gaiden 3. I just don't know if I'm capable of doing Ninja Gaiden 3. I would like to actually beat Ninja Gaiden 3 on Ultimate or Master Ninja first before I record Master Ninja. I don't want it to be a case like this where like I just have the balls to just do it, because first-person shooter games are usually relatively simple enough to do. Oh yeah, God of War 2. I don't know. That's another huge fat maybe. That is a huge fat maybe. Because I usually just get bored as shit just playing and commentating it nowadays. I still think God of War 2 is good. I just don't... I'm not really in the mood for God of War anymore, man. I've just played them so much, so I've just gotten bored of them. I think they're just whatever. That's just me. And also, unskippable cutscenes are just a fucking nightmare. So yeah, those are my hardcorean plans. If you want to keep up to date with me, I would recommend checking out my main channel. You can find my main channel on my About Me section on this channel. It's TurdMonkey1497. If you don't want to find it that way, you can always just type that in and you'll find him. And then when you go to my About Me section there, you can find all of my social link stuff, which I probably could just actually put that on Hardcoin too. I have art I do. I consider myself an artist, I guess. So if you want to, see some of that stuff, it's also not safe for work sometimes. So, fair warning. Yeah, don't look at it if you don't like that or whatever. So just be careful with that. And I also like to do cursed shit posts every once in a while. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just tired. Darkness 2 was fun. It was a nice run. I just wish I had done it better. I wish I would have just not recorded the first thing, but I just had that itch, man. I had that itch. So, also for Transformers, I'm going to still wait to do more Transformers Devastation stuff. That will come in the future when I just decide to get in the mood for it again. I'd rather just try to keep it like a mood basis thing and not do it all the time, so that way I don't ruin the game for myself. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. No Last of Us Remake, though. I'm not doing Last of Us Remake. I'm not even going to bother with Last of Us 2 either. I never even play it. I don't intend to. So, for those that are curious about that, if at all, there you go. Real quick before I get off, I have thought about doing like reruns of certain things, like maybe like doing Metal Gear Rising S rank runs, which would be nice. Maybe even doing like another BioShock Survivor No Vita Chamber guide, like either maybe like a wrench only run or something along the lines of I don't know, like a rerun of like a more up to date guide of how to do things better, because I feel like my guide back then was probably not good enough, even though I think people did like it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to step on the toes of my old BioShock playthrough or not. I don't know. So yeah, I better shut up and get off here. So I'll see you guys in whatever I do next, or on my main channel, or wherever. So take care, everybody.